Trump just banned TikTok.
Whoa, really?
He just signed an executive order saying that TikTok is banned under the National Emergencies Act and will sanction any company still doing business with them in 45
breaking
days.
news.
I saw that.
Breaking
I saw
news.
that in the chat.
Breaking news.
I was like, I
But,
gotta check this out.
Wow.
I have the bandwidth to check it.
Man, what a boss.
We make stuff happen.
Trump
man.
2020. You know what? I don't need that 30,000 likes.
We're really
He's
close
putting
anyway,
the MAGA
right?
beanie on.
This one's for me.
Oh, we're at 28? Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Well, check it out.
60,000 people are here. I love
seriously.
all you guys. You guys are fantastic.
So
Man.
I have the story. This is actually from like a half an hour ago, actually.
It's been a few minutes, yeah.
Yeah, check this out. We got this. We just pulled it up from The Guardian. This
It'll
is
take a few minutes.
This is it's still technically breaking. I know we're in the Twitter era, but whoa, dude, this is a
Wow.
bomb drop. Check this out.
Woo.
Trump bans U.S. transactions with TikTok's Chinese-owned parent company. Executive order comes as app faces scrutiny from U.S. lawmakers and Trump administration over national security concerns. So we have a tweet from Hunter Walker breaking. President Trump just issued an executive order on addressing the threat posed by TikTok. It takes effect in 45 days, prohibits any transaction with ByteDance, the Chinese company that owns TikTok, and will almost certainly face legal challenges. The president has just dropped the nuke, and I've been saving this. I've been saving this story. You ready for this? You want to play games? YouTube bans almost 2,600 Chinese channels for influence operations.
Wow.
Some of the channels posted content about racial justice protests in the U.S. We are not playing games. Trump is not just banning TikTok because he's mad at some little kids. They're trying to play the stupid narrative where they're like, Trump is just mad because they pranked his rally. No, Trump is concerned that TikTok has been taking data and giving it to the Communist Party of China.
Yep.
And you were mentioning this earlier about...
Yeah, I'll say it. I was watching this documentary on surveillance, and Chinese companies have been building these facial recognition software devices, basically, and selling them all across the world. The EU uses them. Africa uses them. I mean, who knows how many... devices that are on this planet use them. But TikTok, if you think about what that is in everybody's smartphone that's got facial recognition now, they've got all this information now. We know that they've been taking information. They're like, oh, they can look at your stuff. It's like, yeah, they can also look at your face and document that. Go ahead.
I got to tell you guys how much worse TikTok is than you realize. Did you know that you have a Facebook profile? Now, of course, many people are probably saying, of course I do. And many people are saying, no, I don't. I never signed up. No. Quite literally, all of you do, whether you signed up or you didn't. Facebook has something called shadow profiles. Let me explain to you the danger of TikTok and why this, I'm defer to the experts, but very well may be necessary. Let's say you have your phone, as Adam mentioned, facial recognition, first and foremost. You pop up in the TikTok app and you're filming yourself and you're making duck face or whatever, right? Now they know your name, your email, your password, and what your face looks like. And China has hacked U.S. industry in the past. Now your password, which most people reuse everywhere, they can access everything about you. They know your name. They know your birthday, probably, if you signed up and put in your birthday. They have your email. They can log into your email, but it gets better than that. They have access to your contact lists. Now, I'm not going to make allegations against TikTok if I can't prove it. I don't know if TikTok takes your mobile list the way Facebook does. But let me tell you what Facebook does. Let's say Adam never signs up for Facebook, and I have on my phone Facebook app. In my contact list of my phone numbers, I have Adam Krigler. It's got his phone number.
Yep.
When you open the app, it says, allow us to look at your contact list to find your friends. And everybody says yes. Facebook takes that list and takes Adam Krigler, puts his phone number down. The best part. Here's the best part. Now they have a profile for Adam with just his phone number. But hold on. Adam's sister posted a photo saying me with my brother Adam. Now they add that to his profile, a photo of him. Facebook builds shadow profiles of people because people around you share data that the third party never agreed to share. Now think about where that goes with TikTok. If TikTok is on your phone and they've been accused of spying and stealing background data.
They do take your contacts, yeah.
They do take your contacts.
They do.
Think about this, man. They've got your contact list. They know who your mom is. They know your dad. Now they know your mom. Guess what? They can pull up her information, find her maiden name. Boom, they got your bank account. It's that easy. They're going to pull up everything on everybody and have access to all of this information. That's why the ban on TikTok was considered. That's why it's serious. It has nothing to do with Trump's thin skin or some woman mocking him online. It has everything to do with the fact that, first of all, we're mad enough that Facebook is basically spying on us in effect and creating shadow profiles for people who never signed up. Now, the last thing I want is Facebook to do it, let alone the Communist Party of China.
Yeah.
So this is why a ban on TikTok is legit. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know the inner workings of all of this, but I can tell you that we know big tech spies on us. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez herself slammed big tech companies for surveillance and for spying, and I applauded her for doing so. And now, is she going to come out and be in support of this? I really doubt it.
I
really doubt it.
I doubt it too.
But TikTok is worse. Why is it that when big tech is censoring American citizens, the ACLU, mum's the word, freepress.net, mum's the word, but as soon as Trump talks about banning TikTok, the ACLU steps up and says that would be a violation of human rights?
Yeah.
Because all these companies and nonprofits are in it for China.
Yes, they are.
So you ever notice you're talking with a friend of yours about, you know what I haven't had in a while? Portillo's hot dogs. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's ads on your computer. Think about that and think about what happens when we're talking about escalating conflict between China. China's talking about, they're doing air raid drills. There's a real fear of conflict emerging. And now they know everything about you. Let me make it worse for you. What do you think would happen in this country once TikTok grants access? Listen, all these young people, all their information now, your password. Now it gets better. What if you logged into TikTok using a different app like Facebook or Google? Let's say you log into TikTok, you use your email address and your password, and then they get access to your phone, to your email, to everything. And then they publish all of your private information. You want to talk about real war and disruption of economies? How would you feel? Okay, let's see, Gen Zers, I don't know how many are watching. What would you do if tomorrow all of your private messages and private photos were published on the internet for anyone to see?
Woo.
You would not be happy. Nobody would. Absolutely not. And all of this information can easily be stolen. And if you have a foreign adversary of this country stealing that data, you should not be surprised if they use it, and they use it to disrupt our economy. Because I tell you this, man, the biggest economic disruption I could think of is if everyone's internet history and private messages became public. All of a sudden, coworkers would hate each other, bosses would get fired overnight, everybody would be found out to be racist or sexist or bigoted. Everybody would know everything, and it would cause absolute bedlam. More importantly, they can target, nuisances to them. Let's say you're somebody who is using TikTok and you're speaking out against the atrocities in China, like the Uyghur Muslim crisis, the genocide. Now they're going to be like, let's publish their private information, destroy their life. There it is. They got rid of a nuisance. So I'll tell you what, man, in 45 days, we'll see how this plays out, because it is not a guarantee. And then my phone just turned on. That was creepy.
Ooh.
Yeah, my phone just started recording my voice.
What?
Yeah, that was creepy.
That is creepy.
For real. It just turned on and words started popping up. And I had to turn it off.
Okay.
They're coming for me.
Oh, man.
I do not have TikTok.
I don't either.
Never.
I do not. So here's the one thing I will say. We got a big tech problem.
Absolutely.
We were just ragging on Twitter for shutting down the president, for all the censorship stuff. So TikTok is a foreign adversary. I think we should absolutely call it out.
Definitely.
I defer to the experts on this one, but I'll tell you this, man. If we know what Facebook does, and that's only what we know now, I don't even want to think about what TikTok is doing, because that data is getting stolen. Apparently it was stealing like clipboard data, and data from other apps.
Wow.
Yeah.
So and who knows what those other apps actually had access to themselves.
Yeah. Imagine some dumb person pulling up that incognito mode and looking at some nasty photos and having a good time, and then TikTok knows.
Oh man.
TikTok knows. The Chinese,
it knows.
Xi Jinping.
Yeah.
So we talked about this last time, a picture of Mark Zuckerberg, coming up over a wall, because Facebook literally does know when you poop.
Yep.
This is not a joke. They do. Okay. I got to be careful for legal reasons. My understanding, based on an article I read on the internet, whether it's true or not.
There you go.
But I will say this: I wouldn't be surprised if Xi Jinping knows when you poop.
Huh.
Yeah. There it is.
Yes. Here we go.
Someone sent us this board.
I love it.
This is an actual depiction of him looking at you while you poop.
Just like that.
There was a story I read that says Facebook knows when you're moving because of location tracking, and they know what's around you, and they can predict your behavior, and they can also read your messages. So they know if you're talking about food, they know if you're talking about, I got to run to the bathroom, so they can really predict when you're going to go or when you are, in the John.
Yep.
Now, it's bad enough Mark Zuckerberg knows this stuff. I wouldn't want Xi Jinping. That's oof,
No.
way worse.
Definitely not.
There's no accountability for China. So to get a bit serious, if Facebook really did cross the line, we as American citizens could have some kind of accountability. I know it's not perfect because Facebook gets away with a lot, but if it was communist China, we'd sit back and complain about it. That's about it.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It's not like we're getting in a ground
The
war.
story. Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the war we're going to see is going to be designed for the information age.
Yeah.
We have not had a great war in the information age.
Yeah.
So there was something really
That's a good
interesting
point.
happened a few years ago. It was the first time we saw footage from both sides of a conflict. I think it was in Syria. You had a tank with a GoPro mounted on it, and it was firing at two guys also with GoPros mounted, and both sets of the footage got uploaded later. And then a news organization, like a news nonprofit, found both clips
Yeah.
and put them together, and they were like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it
to
is.
see from both perspectives of the conflict.
True.
So this is like one of the first. This was one of the first big moves of the information age warfare. Another one, which is kind of horrifying and hilarious, is when the Al-Qassam brigades in Palestine were firing missiles into Israel, and Israel was striking back, and they were having a flame war on Twitter.
Wow.
So
really?
the IDF was like, we will crush you, you terrorists. And they were like, we will never rest. We're coming for you. And they're like tweeting at each other. So we were watching these guys tweet at each other and like literally try and blow each other up.
Wow.
I should focus.
This is the important factor here is that you need to understand weapons of war will be designed for information warfare.
No, that's what we're seeing.
If somebody sees a video of like a U.S. ship doing something
Or a big explosion.
and they're gonna be like, look, that country did it. It's gonna be bad on the international stage, which means information age warfare will need to be as subversive as possible.
Or a showy.
Showy, yes, to shock and awe, but they can't. It depends on who they want to know. Who's doing what.
Right.
So if they want you to know they're gonna come for you, it wouldn't be a random explosion. It would be like a gigantic American flag followed by like a bunch of lasers. So like that's us, But I think because there's a concern about looking oppressive or like look, no matter what you do, whether it's defensive or not, blowing up stuff makes you look bad. We're going to see really weird things. There's going to be stealth. There's going to be, just subversive tactics, suitcase nukes, whatever they can do to take things out without anyone knowing they were there.
Yep.
And the other thing, too, is we won't be able to prove it. They'll make it look like a lightning strike. They'll make it look like a natural disaster. That's the way they have to play it. I wonder what technologies they're developing today.
Yeah, who knows?
And at any rate, TikTok
yeah.
has been nuked.
Yes.
I guess we'll see what happens, man.
Good riddance.
Yeah. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. If you want to catch the full show, tune in to this channel, subscribe, hit the like button, or check us out on iTunes and Spotify, and we will soon have this podcast up for free on all podcast platforms. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next episode.